If you're looking for the knit-a-thon, you're in the right place. If you're a knitter, you're in the right place. If you're a crocheter, you're also in the right place. If you don't have any crafting skills, you are still in the right place because we are crafting for a cause. This is a knit-a-thon. Welcome to the knit-a-thon. Crafting for a cause, daily knitting in November, every day in November, except for Sundays. We are knitting cozy chemo items for cancer patients going through chemotherapy. And this fundraiser is all in support of the American Cancer Society. So when you donate, it goes directly to the American Cancer Society, but you also sponsor an item for me to knit in my knit-a-thon. So I'm knitting something every day, and I can show you our calendar for this month. All the days are full. It's so exciting. But you can still donate because there's an overflow tracker. How cool is that? We also have projects that are filling up our overflow tracker. So there's still time for you to donate. You can donate any time in November. I will be knitting every day in November. And I'm committed to get all of the projects completed by the end of the month so that on this last day in November, we can have our sponsor celebration. I think that's going to be exciting. Yay! I'm excited about it. So, I want to share with you the project that we are starting today. Good morning, Kelly. Thank you for tuning in to our Knit at Nine Crafting for a Cause. I'm glad you're with us this morning. It's hump day. How are you doing on this hump day? How's it going? So today's project that we are working on is going to be another scarf. It's another cozy chemo scarf that we're doing on our Addy machine, the Addy circular knitting machine. And I got a head start again because I want to make sure that we complete this within the hour. So our project today is sponsored by Laura. Thank you, Laura, for sponsoring this project. I'm using our Red Heart stripes color again. We knitted a cap in this color. So this scarf is going to complement this cap. Cool. Sponsors working together, complementing each other, unbeknownst to them. Now you know. So I started out with one full skein that's 236 yards. And I do have some overflow from this color as well, but I wanted to just see how far this one skein would go. Well, that's why I started with the full skein. And we have gone halfway. We've done 110 rows, and we're going to go finish up the rest. I'm going shopping today, Kelly. I'm going to make a trip to Joanne and a trip to Hobby Lobby. I think on this full 236 yards, I'm at 124 rows. We may be able to get to 150. Let's see. The yarn that's on sale at Joann is called Big Twist, and they have skeins that are like 380 yards for $3, $2 to $3. Look at this sunburst. It's so pretty. This project is definitely going to put a smile on someone's face with all these colors. I can definitely see how this project will put a smile on someone's face. All these bright, happy colors. I'll have to do a yarn haul video over in the fundraiser page to show you what I got, Kelly. One of the things that I want to share, Kelly, I know you're an Abby user as well, and you may have already done this. I don't know if you can see, I'm using my scissors to point here. This pin right here, or this little red hump, this is the first hump in front of the first black needle. And I took a purple permanent Sharpie and I colored that just to give me a better view of when I'm coming up on the beginning of the row. Um, if I want to make sure that I have stitches starting and stopping at the same point. Any permanent marker that you have. I think that I saw that tip on YouTube and wanted to share it with you because I know you use circular knitting too. It just helps to get a better glance and a preview of when you're coming up to uh, another row. Oh, cool! You use Big Twist? Yeah, I've never used it, but I heard that it works really good on the Addy, and so I'm interested in using it because there's definitely some yarn that works better than others on the machine. Some of it will stop before it gets to the end of the red bump and it won't go under. And I've had to just push the stitches under when I see them. Oh, Kelly, there's something else that I'm going to test out as well. I'll show you a visual. Not on any of my cozy chemo projects, but on a personal project. I'm going to test this. I'm going to test this drill because I have an attachment that speeds it up. The good thing about that drill is I can control the speed. Like I can start out slow and increase it as I go along. I'm going to test it. So we're at 149 on this. So this game is giving me more than 150 what I originally thought. Yes, yes, I'm gonna test it. Move this paper out of the way. Oop, I almost missed this stitch right here. Not under there. Do not need any tucks. Wow, this is giving us a lot of stitches, a lot of rounds. Since this is a color change in the middle, it doesn't. I don't have to stop right at the beginning. I can stop anywhere. I just want to use as much of the yarn as I can. Get every yard out of it that I can. So I'm gonna stop wherever it ends. A little ball. So I'm coming to the end, kissing each other. Wants to stay together. So 170. I was able to get 170 rows from this 236 yards. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go with this one. I have two other skeins that I'm finishing. So I'm going to start with this one. Oops, just did a no-no. You're not supposed to turn the wheel while the Golden Gate Bridge is open. Ooh, Kelly. Ooh, so is that just the contraption that you connect after you remove this crank and it stays there and you just press a button to control the speed? You tell. I want to see a picture of that. Feel free to share a picture here or in the fundraiser page. Yeah, I love this color change too. I think I did see a motor when I was looking on Amazon. but I already had the drill, so I was going to use what I have and test it that way first. And definitely look forward to your review of the motor that you have. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, so yeah, that's how it works. Awesome. I'd love to hear your thoughts. How you like it. How it works for you. How easy it is to attach. How easy it is to use. How convenient. As a crafter, I'm so excited to start a project, but I think I'm even more excited for the finished project. So whenever I have something that's going to help me complete it more efficiently, like this Addy, I am so on board for trying it. I have really enjoyed my experience using this Addy machine thus far. My colors are tangling. I think they're okay. This is taking us to 188. And this scarf is going to be 220 at least. We're gonna get close to 200, not 200. Yeah, we're gonna get 200. Awesome. We just hit 200 and we have just this little bit to go. One. Perfect. So now I can, that's the end of that one. And I have this last skein. I had three of these. I just have 20 more to go. And let's tie the color change. That color change was almost the same color. But with this rainbow of colors, it really doesn't matter where it starts. It gives the color change more character, I believe. So I haven't shared this yet, but we have set two goals in this fundraiser. The very first goal was a goal of $500, and we met and exceeded that goal. The sponsors are amazing. Then we set another goal of $700. We met and exceeded that goal. So now we have another new goal of $900. I am beyond excited about what's going on our fundraiser journey. Right? I love that so much. Awesome. I think that is so cool. I'm beyond excited. And I just say every time I get a new donor that God's not done yet because the donations continue to come in. I am beyond excited and on board for knitting all things in November. I think it's so cool. We are at 220 and I have this much yarn left. Should I continue it or just end it? I could use that for a contrast color in another project. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll just end it at the 220. Let's see. Well, I'm going to actually go back around to my beginning peg so that I can line up my ends. So we're actually at 221. I'm just going to, let's see here. This is starting a yellow color change. I'm going to do one more in that change. Two, 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 two. And then take my tail out so that I can have enough to bind it together. Ah, okay, no, yeah, we're still on track. I'm going to take my tail off and go in with my waste yarn. And we're just going to do a few rows of the waste yarn. I didn't, I didn't wind it back up yesterday. so that is sufficient. Taking the waste yarn off and just getting a few more rounds so the project can just fall off. Awesome. Now let's get the machine out of the way so that we can knit this up, bind this together. Here are our brackets. Okay. I think our feet on the Addy are losing the rubber. Just good. Less marks every time. Okay, so we do have some ends that we need to weave in or tie. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Wait, it's going to be on this side. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Kelly. I'm going to check that out for sure. Move this out of the way. Look how cute. Oh. So just gingerly tightening up this color change area. You're not. And then this one. We only had a couple of changes. Right. At the beginning, this was the full skein. Then we changed to one color. And we changed to another, but we didn't use it all. So that's all of the strings that we have to tie. So I'm going to make sure that my tail is up at the top. I flatten it out accordingly. And on this side, my tail is going to be at the top as well. So I'm going to stretch it. Let those stitches form into shape. Settle in. So now we're going to have this, oh wait, this bottom. Yeah, this is going to be on the bottom. This is on the top. I need my darning needle. I love the metal darning needle. It just goes in so much smoother. It glides through. So with the scarf, we start on the same side and go into this first stitch. And then on this side, I'm going to go into this first stitch from the string, from the tail. Then we're going to alternate back and forth from there. So the top has this purple looking yarn, the bottom has this yellow. This is our tail, and it's coming through this stitch. So we're going to go in the stitch that has the tail and then into the next stitch and pull that through. So we're going to do the same on the other side, into the stitch that has the tail and then into the next stitch and pull that through. Same on this side, the opposite side, just back and forth doing the same thing into the previous and into the next. Making sure not to stitch up any waste yarn because then we wouldn't be able to pull it off to remove the waste yarn. That's the fun part too, removing the waste yarn. And you can see the stitches as we're weaving it together, the way it looks like versus the way it looks before we weave it together. I'm so excited that I saw this post on Facebook that talked about daily knitting for the American Cancer Society. I just happened to see a sponsored ad on Facebook and said, well, let me check this out to see what's going on. And it was knitting, which initially intrigued my interest, but it was knitting for a cause that's near and dear to my heart and my family. It just made so much sense for me to participate in this. Um, all the things that are near and dear to me, because we have cancer survivors in my family, um, family members. My mom has passed away from having cancer, and other members that have been fairly recently diagnosed with cancer. And so it's all throughout different situations for me, and I know it's different situations for if you're watching this as well, friends or family going through it, and friends and family members and those that actually have cancer go through it all together. Everyone is affected, um, mentally, physically, all types of things are affected. But if you are anchored in your faith, it definitely helps you get through in a different way and manage your situation and handle your situation as well as handling your support of others in a different way, because God is the ultimate control, is in control of all of this. Everything that happens, our support, our strength throughout the fight and throughout the challenging days, we just need to lean towards Him and turn it over because we cannot do it by ourselves. When you do turn it over, you gain that strength or you gain that support. You may have been introduced to a fundraiser like this that is supporting patients. Some people may not even, well, I know a lot of people don't even realize this form of support is coming to them that are going through chemotherapy. This is definitely a way to support. Your donations are a way to support. Words of encouragement is another way to support. Um, but sometimes, if you don't know what to say, you can just let someone know you're thinking about them with those words, thinking about you, or with a gift, something unexpected, like this cozy chemo items that we're knitting right here. And I would definitely like to extend that. If after this fundraiser is over, you're looking to get something for someone going through cancer, you want me to knit something for you, definitely reach out. Um, we can talk about that as well because the support goes a long way. For sure, it goes a long way. These items are things that people can hold on to tangibly while they're going through a session. You never know if someone that's going through chemo may be going through it by themselves, or if they do have someone there with them. Like, here's pictures of my mom going through it. Of course, she had all of us with her, but everyone doesn't necessarily have people with them or a good support system or a support system, period, with them. So it's good to do what you can while it's on your mind. And if it's in your heart to do something, listen, listen to your gut and do whatever you can. So the items that I am creating, they're actually going to my local hospital. I was in touch with them, and what I will do is pack everything up and schedule a time to deliver it. And they will actually hand out the items to different patients. Um, so I think that's so cool. So it's to my local hospital, to cancer patients going through chemo. The lady that I spoke to was so nice. She just was telling me about some of the previous donations they've had. They've had people deliver quilts and other cozy items. I think that's so amazing. My sister's a quilter. So I'll probably just, I'm going to make sure from her to see how it's best to package them up. But I have clear cellophane bags that I can put each one in. Although some of them are sets, I just will probably not package those together, but maybe ribbon the two packages together so that they know it's a set. But yeah, to my local hospital. Thank you, Pam. Aren't these colors pretty? Coordinates with a hat that we made. It's going to be a set. Almost to the end here. Well, let's bring this closer. It's kind of hard to see as it is. How's your Wednesday, Pam? Going good, I hope. Oh, we have just like a perfect amount of yarn left for these last stitches. Trying to make sure I get into all of them and not have a gap, right there. I was gonna do one more. Awesome. So now I can take that off. And my favorite thing to do, remove the waste yarn. See how the waste yarn helps us? It's like a little beard. I'm going to remove the hard one first. When I say hard one, it's the one that I have to pull the tail through before I can just rip it off. But still, it's not hard. You just have to know where to pull. So, okay, there we go. Now we can pull. I think. Yes. The satisfaction of ripping out yarn and it not destroying something is pretty cool. First waste yarn and the second. I may do better this time and actually wind my waist yarn back up because I didn't do it yesterday. Tomorrow, I believe we have a hat, so I won't be using this. So I should wind it back. Yes, pulling waste yarn is definitely gratifying. Being able to pull it apart and not destroy something is cool. So this will be ready for our next scarf that we create. I think on Friday. And so now this stitch here, I'm going to tighten this. Actually, I'm going to tie a little knot here and get my darning needle so that I can weave these ends together and put it on the inside. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you for joining in with us. Good to see you this morning. Yes, this is a very colorful scarf that we're working on here. Actually, I think I'm going to do another before I weave this in. So I'm just going to, since this is the yellow color and it's on this side, of course, I'm going to weave it on this side where we have the yellow. Just weaving it in and out before I weave it in the middle. Since this is a double walled scarf, I can cut off a little bit of the excess. And on this the rest of this tail, I can just weave it on the inside and pull out on the other side. And it gets swallowed inside the middle. I'll do the same thing on this with this color. Just gonna weave it in and out. Stretch it back out. And then I'm going to tuck it in. Come out on the other side and stretch it so that it can get swallowed inside of there. So here's our cozy chemo scarf. It's all twisted. Let me flatten it out. There we go. How cute. And I can show it to you on this flat surface as well. Very colorful, very bright, and it complements the hat that we made a few days ago. So let's go this way. I can show you the full screen here. Our two coordinating pieces. How cute. So this project was sponsored by Laura. Thank you, Laura, for sponsoring this project. Actually, both of them. The cap was sponsored by Laura, and we need to add the tag for this one as well for the scarf. I'm gonna fold it this way and add the tag on this side. Use my hook here, my crochet hook. Pull each side through. I don't want to tie a knot. I'm just going to tie a bow. I don't want to. I do not want to make it hard to take off. Awesome. We finished within the hour, and I think getting that head start definitely helps to be able to finish a scarf within the hour. I have learned that. We're learning this together in every live. What we can get through and what takes us a bit longer. Um, any project that we don't finish here on the live, I will finish over on the fundraiser page. I'll create the video of the finished project and share it on the fundraiser page, and also a picture of the finished project as well. Thank you, Cynthia. I think they look so cute together as well. I love bright colors. Bam says the matching set. Yes. I have not tried knitting gloves. I have seen some of the fingerless gloves and mittens, but I want to try all of them. I haven't yet, but I definitely want to try. So, Pam, are you able to knit gloves on your loom? Are you able to do that? I'll have to find a pattern or to see if I can knit them on the Addy. I imagine so with the circular part, and then it will probably be just adding the fingers, unless it's just the mitt part and not the fingers. I don't know. I would try both. Definitely try both. So I want to share the calendar again. So here's our calendar for the month of November. And it shows that we do have projects every day. I'm so excited. We have projects every day in November. If you see on this very last day here, it says sponsor celebration. So I think what I'm going to do on the last day, I won't be knitting a project live. I'm sure I'll probably be knitting that day. But I'm going to do the raffle. The prize drawing. We'll do the 3 raffles on that day, and maybe show some of the sets um, that we've completed over the month of what's been completed. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, "Oh no, all the spots are full. I can't donate anymore." Yes, you can. I have an overflow tracker. So these items are also going to be knitted and completed by the end of the month as well. So you can still donate. It's not too late to do that because we have an overflow tracker. Oh, okay, Pam. You didn't get a chance to do your cast on last night with your new loom. Um, oh, you're searching for a refrigerator. Yeah, priorities. I understand if that's something that you need, it takes priority over the crafting. Hopefully, you're able to find what you're looking for with that refrigerator. So also I wanted to share the items that you're able to sponsor when you do donate to the American Cancer Society fundraiser or Knitathon fundraiser specifically. The chemo beanies that we've worked on, the chemo scarves that we have worked on, as well as the bookmarkers. And let me show you one of without knocking off the camera. Let me show you one of those or a couple of those. So here are a couple of the flowers that we've created. Let me move this. Some of our bookmarkers that we've created. We have this rose here and another rose. And we also have created carnations. I'm going to grab one or two. They're on the other end of the room. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm going to also grab a book, my Bible, and show you as I navigate back in here. I'm back. So here are two of the carnation flowers that we made. So cute, right? And then the stems. So the stems were knit on the Addy machine. It's a flat panel, just goes back and forth. And I think I like the longer stem, but it's going to be a bouquet of flowers, a bouquet of crochet flowers. So that's the other item that you're able to sponsor that's listed here. That's what the bookmarkers are, in case you were curious and didn't know. So, for example, with my Inspire Bible here, just to give you a visual, if someone's using their bookmarker, it holds the page. How cute. I think it's cute. And I think reading enthusiasts would appreciate a bookmarker that is handcrafted as well. Sponsors, you are amazing. I just have to end with showing our progress again. So cool. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Knit at Nine series for Crafting for a Cause. And Janet, Janae, and Addie are saying bye for now. We will see you tomorrow.